The American Revolution, one of the most covered topics in U.S. history. A War of Independence, a fight for freedom by the American colonies against an oppressive British monarchy. This tends to be our general view of the war. However, in this view, we tend to focus only on the external view of the revolution, failing to recognize the revolution that existed within the American colonies. We tend to have an elitist understanding of our founding, looking at the revolution solely through the eyes of our founding fathers. We focus on individuals such as George Washington, John Hancock, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. And although these individuals played an important role in the American Revolution, we fail to recognize ordinary citizens and the important role they played in shaping the American Revolution. Ordinary citizens often became the prominent enforcers of Patriot Resistance Acts. So you began to see these poor colonists partaking in the tar and feathering of wealthy merchants who failed to comply with the Non-Importation Act. This displayed this loss of deference that existed within the colonies as a result of trying to create a common cause. In order to create a common cause, you had to level society. You had to display that this was a war for all. This was not an elitist war. Ordinary citizens were very much needed in order to ignite a revolution and to successfully overthrow this oppressive British monarchy. Women also become active participants in the revolutionary cause. One of the most important landmarks of women's participation is the Edmonton Tea Party on October 7th of 1774. Women organized a political protest in response to the Tea Act that had recently passed. And this was the first time women organized a political protest, so it is a pivotal moment in the revolution and just for U.S. women's history overall, because they became these active participants and just more publicly seen. Usually women tended to be in the private sphere. They stayed at home. But once the Revolutionary War begins, they become active participants, so they're in the public more. They become these prominent enforcers of the Patriot Resistance Acts that we've already talked about, especially the Non-Importation Act.